Welcome back to KSLA News 12, keeping you health aware. Back to school season is here, and many young adults are getting ready to head off to college. While many students are bringing books, blankets, and other needed supplies, some are also bringing something else: Narcan. KSLA's Andrew Wellmann sat down with health experts to learn more.
According to the National Center for Drug Abuse Statistics, nearly 24% of all college students use illicit drugs. So many parents and campuses are now supplying students with the life-saving drug, Narcan, a medication used to rapidly reverse the effects of opioid overdose as a safety blanket. KSLA spoke with local experts about how having Narcan on hand can be the difference between life and death.
You shouldn't do drugs, but it's a fact of life and it does happen. And unfortunately, sometimes there are overdoses. And from the time the overdose starts, the clock is ticking, and the breathing and the oxygen levels might be dropping in the body, and it might not be recognized right off the bat. And then once it's recognized, if the next move is to call EMS, then you've lost that time. Then you have the time for EMS to show up and then administer the medication. If you can administer that medication as soon as you recognize the overdose, while at the same time calling EMS, you can save lives doing that, and that's very, very important.
Dr. Wolcott also recommends parents speak to their children about the dangers of drug use and supports giving young adults Narcan for emergencies. He also mentioned that Narcan is harmless to use on those who are not experiencing an overdose. Clark Jackson with Emergency Medical Services also supports putting Narcan in the hands of the public.
Especially with the rise in like vape pens and different things like that being laced with fentanyl, that kids are taking drugs and they're not necessarily knowing what is in it. It does help with those accidental exposures. So usually peers are the first ones that are going to be on scene when something happens. Anytime brain damage or death can occur within 44 to 6 minutes without oxygen, anytime somebody can deliver a drug that helps stop that, makes a life-changing type of difference.
Now, many colleges like LSUS are now keeping the life-saving drug handy throughout campus buildings and dorms, as well as having on-campus personnel trained and ready to help.
Residential advisors have been trained before the start of this semester to be able to deploy Narcan effectively and use it if the situation arises. And our police officers, every police officer has Narcan on them when they're out patrolling. Having that extra layer of protection, being a parent of a college kid myself, you want the university to be prepared in any situation to be able to respond in emergency events, and that's certainly part of our response.
Wolcott and Jackson believe that schools and students are being prepared to act in case of an overdose will help keep people safe. In Shreveport, Andrew Wellmann, KSLA News 12.